The Queen Anne Stakes, the traditional curtain raiser to Royal Ascot, underway with a field of 13, and Barchan towards the far side in the red cap leads up to Cody Bear, the grey mare Amazing Maria, Mondialiste, Esoterique in a dark blue jacket, Aurelia in the emerald green, Bellardo and Cougar Mountain in the striped cap round out the cluster towards the far side. The smaller group down the centre of the course led by Tepin in the white bridle, tracked by Endless Drama, Tourmore with the white cap, and then towards the rear of the field Ashin Irwin, who slipstreams Lightning Spear. Barchan, however, is getting loose on the lead, is 5 or 6 lengths clear as they move down towards halfway to Cody Bear and Tepin, who head the chase, followed by Amazing Maria. Endless Drama in a pink sleeve jacket is in mid-division just ahead of Esoterique. Tourmore waited with Bellardo in the all-blue silks of Godolphin is under a very patient ride as they prepare to join the round course, and still Barchan has this long lead, but he's ridden along to maintain it. To Cody Bear with a yellow cap being slipstreamed by Amazing Maria, Esoterique, Bellardo and Cougar Mountain. Tepin is still leading the group down the centre of the course to Mondialiste and then Endless Drama. Behind these Tourmore, then Lightning Spear. Aurelia waited with midfield emerald green jacket. Ashin Irwin is under a ride as the whole field concertinas now entering the last quarter mile. Cody Bear is the first to commit as Barchan weakens. Tepin and Bellardo are produced. Far side is Amazing Maria on down towards the last furlong. Lightning Spear, Tourmore and Aurelia behind these, but it's Tepin in front, being chased by Bellardo. These two dominate the finish of the Queen Anne. Tepin, Bellardo raising an effort near the line. Tepin pushed down though, wins for America, advance the Queen Anne.
They're racing. Good even dispatch too on the near side. Dandy Man, one of the first away. Takeover Target in the centre going fast. Morehouse Lad over on the far side in company with Desert Lord. They're blazing a trail over there. Magnus takes a set just in behind them. They're stretched right across the track here, and more of them are grouping up over on the far side. Desert Lord leads on the near side. Morehouse Lad, they're a couple of lengths clear of Magnus, who's right up there with Dazed and Amazed. Just behind them too is Takeover Target. Dandy Man on the near side, coming up there alone or just with one behind him, and the rest are grouping up out of the centre. Racing up now with a furlong and a half left to go. Anybody's race here. Magnus has now struck the front for Damien Oliver. Miss Andretti going with him. Miss Andretti and Magnus settle down to fight it out. The two Aussies and now Takeover Target. Dandy Man is finishing fast as well. Miss Andretti's digging deeper, and Miss Andretti, she's a champion. She goes on to win the King's Stand. Second on the near side, Dandy Man.
Over the straight mile, standby, and they're racing. Away they jump. Rip Van Winkle jumped out pretty prominently with Calming Influence in the lighter blue jacket away to the right. Away to the left, Cat Junior, somewhat isolated in the early stages and races keenly. Rip Van Winkle and Calming Influence are tracked by Goldikova in the blue with the white sleeves and the white cap, and in the green jacket Dalgar, followed next by Ukbar in a striped cap and Zakinto. Paco Boy getting plenty of cover in the maroon towards the stand side from Dream Eater and Pipe Dreamer at the tail of the field. Relatively well spread out, and it's Calming Influence by a length to Rip Van Winkle, ridden very prominently by Murta. Goldikova is just tracking these. Towards the outside is Cat Junior, then Zakinto and Dalgar, and Ukbar towards the outside travels kindly. Back in the field is Dream Eater, then from Paco Boy and Pipe Dreamer at the tail of the field. They race towards the last 3 furlongs in the Queen Anne Stakes, the Royal Ascot opener, and Calming Influence now. Rip Van Winkle is looming up. Goldikova in behind, seemingly waiting to pounce. Then Cat Junior, followed by Zakinto, Dalgar, Ukbar, Paco Boy with still a lot of cover and no way through. Now he says go on Goldikova. Goldikova committed quite early by Pellier, kicks 2 lengths clear of Rip Van Winkle. Zakinto, Paco Boy is coming through from the back from Dalgar and Dream Eater. Less than a furlong to go. Goldikova by 2 lengths. Paco Boy is charging at the French mare. Goldikova all out. Paco Boy is flying home. They're going to hit the line. Goldikova.
And they're off and racing, and they've gone without Masama. Secret Asset, one of the first to show on the near side with a more proper, and Stone of Folker also showing up well as they make their way up the centre of the racecourse. Little Bridge is quite prominent over on the far side. Also Tangerine Trees over there with Hamish McGonigal and Ponty Acclaim. Standside Dinkum Diamond Soul Power currently sits in midfield as they make their way down towards halfway. Tangerine Trees and Little Bridge it is who show with Ponty Acclaim. Night Carnation Margot did. Hamish McGonigal pushed along. Bated Breath over on on the far side with Hortensia and Stepper Point. Monsieur Joe more towards the near side. Trying to do best there is a more prop with Soul Power, but action's out in the centre. Tangerine Trees leading Little Bridge. Pontier Claim, Hortensia, Stepper Point, Bated Breath with the pink cap. Also staying on his Spirit Court. Soul Power doing best of the near side group. It's Little Bridge for Hong Kong who leads the King's Stand from Bated Breath. Soul Power trying to come home strongly for Ireland, but driven out towards the line. It's Little Bridge for Zach Purton. It's going to win for Danny Shum, the King's Stand for Hong Kong.
They're ready and they're racing. Away to a pretty fair start as well. Out in the centre, Mossvale began okay. Les Arc is up there as well. Godfrey Street over on the far side and going pretty fast early. To be up there, Tabaret on the near side with Fire Up the Band is going fast as they sort themselves out, and Resplendent Glory is not that far away. Splitting into two groups here, and Takeover Target joins them on the far side here to go up to with Fire Up the Band and Tabaret. Just behind them in the early stages, Ashdown Express, followed further back in the field then by Fire Up the Band, and Glamour Puss is just behind them from Ben Bourne. Far side it's Dandy Man clear here of Tax Free La Cucaracha. Celtic Mill behind them from the Tattling Corridor Creeper. On the near side, Takeover Target takes it up now from Les Arc, but it's Takeover Target near side being swamped now. Ben Bourne flashing home. Dandy Man the far side, they hit it. Takeover Target in a photo.
Wangina's the last, they're all in. And they're off for the Diamond Jubilee Stakes. Brazen Bow got away well towards the stand side. Towards the centre, Ansgar in a pink jacket, however, is the overall leader to a stare in a sheepskin noseband. Due Diligence is close up in the blue and orange, and then Brazen Bow from Wangina. And Brazen Bow is running a solo towards the stand side running rail. And three distinct groups with Pearl Secret pulling hard in rear in the centre cluster behind Music Master and Wangina and Tropics and the Grey Glass Office. Ansgar is still leading a larger cluster. Mustard Jeeve and the blue and white tracks in with a stare and Movie Star. Lucky Crystal, Gordon Lord Byron. Brazen Bow still running that solo. Casper Netra and Undrafted in touch. And the two groups now converge, and still Brazen Bow runs alone as they head down towards the last quarter of a mile. A stare being joined by Mustard Jeeve. They hit it Ansgar, Brazen Bow, Music Master at green speed. Then Wangina down towards the final throw on the Diamond Jubilee. And it's Brazen Bow from Australia on the near side. Here goes Frankie on Undrafted on the far side to a stare of Music Master. Undrafted, Brazen Bow towards the near side, trying to bring him back. Undrafted wins the Diamond Jubilee on the Frankie.
And they're off and racing. Get away to a pretty good line, and amongst those that show up early, Magnus. They're splitting into two groups with a few remaining over towards the far side. Dandy Man's over there in company with National Colour, who leads that group with Morehouse Lad and Matsuna Suki. Meanwhile, over on the near side, Equiano leads at not a breakneck pace from Takeover Target and Magnus, the Australian duo, well paced. They're being tracked by Fleeting Spirit, then Enticing. Under the near side rail is Ben Bourne from Kingsgate native, Abraham Lincoln and Ho Mike as they make their way now down towards the halfway stage. Over on the far side, National Colour shows with a narrow advantage there from Dandy Man. They're being tracked by Morehouse Lad. Meanwhile, under the stand side, Equiano continues to give a bold sight, then Takeover Target. Magnus is under strong pressure. Fleeting Spirit is being asked to close inside the last. Equiano for Spain. Takeover Target and Fleeting Spirit on the far side. Dandy Man and National Colour. Equiano's made just about every yard. Dandy Man on the near far side is just about alongside. They hit the line. Equiano, a famous winner for Spain in the King's Stand.
And they're off and racing in the Queen Mary Stakes. Caviar got out quickly towards the right, along with Baroche and Lady Aurelia blasting away the yellow jacket as they now merge towards the middle of the course. Towards the left, Catchus, a green jacket, the nose-banded Spiaggia. Madame Dancelot, two from the left, red jacket, the extreme left, Clem Fandango, followed by Stormy Clouds and Rhea. And then in behind, Al Jora with Katrina, little outpace, Quench, Dolly, Jewel and the Crown, Vona at the back with Simi and Roly Poly. It's Lady Aurelia that leads them under Frankie Dettori approaching the two. Catchers driven along with Baroche at the moment. Lady Aurelia still travelling strongly in front. The far side, Clem Fandango, Al Jora picking up, and Frankie says go on the American filly, and she absolutely blasts away from them. Lady Aurelia is absolutely home and host here, 7 or 8 lengths in front. She's as good as a reputation says she might be, and Wesley Ward is going to have his 7th winner of Royal Ascot, and Frankie Dettori salutes the crowd. The devastating win, Lady Aurelia.
They're racing in the Golden Jubilee, and Black Caviar's got away to a good start. Society Rock began badly. Soul is going to be the early leader. Out in the centre, Black Caviar travelling on the near side, getting a lead from Bogart. Out in the centre, Jimmy Styles, followed by Escalave. And further back then is Restia D'Argent. Moonlight Cloud takes up a position in the middle of the field from the checker. Pastoral Player is further back in the field. They're followed then by Krypton Factor. Red Rock is out the back and company with Jenky. Then Serious Prospect, who's at the tail of the field as they race up now towards halfway. And Soul the leader from Bogart. And now Black Caviar ambling up on the near side in third. They're a length to Escalave, followed by Krypton Factor and Jimmy Styles and Restia D'Argent. And further back is Jenky. But as they come up now onto the course proper, 2 furlongs left to go. Soul is the leader. Now Nolan starts to shake the reins at Black Caviar. She starts to move up on the near side. She draws level now with a furlong left to go. Now he says go on the mare. She gets about a half length in front of Soul. Restia D'Argent, Moonlight Cloud coming home fast, but it's Black Caviar in front with 100 yards left to go. Here's Restia D'Argent and Moonlight Cloud. He eases up near the line. Here's Moonlight Cloud. It's tight. Black Caviar and Moonlight Cloud in a photo. Racing in the Golden Jubilee. Airwave lost a length or so on the rider picture in the red cap, but nothing too dramatic. And one of the first away is More Luck on the near side from right up there in the white cap, 3 points. And over on the far side, the Australian sprinter Choisir is there. Just in behind them as they settle is Collude, and further back in the field then Firebreak. They've split into 2 groups, but not much between them. And it's Choisir the far side, 3 points the near side with More Luck, and behind them battling on is Collude. Continent's up there as well from Twilight Blues, and then Belle de Jour right over on the far side. Zipping in behind horses Orientor. Airwave with the red cap is behind them on the near side, held up for a run now, and now getting the run on the inside as Melhope comes away from the fence. They've got inside the 2 furlongs now, and Choisir has crossed over to take it up for Australia. Choisir has gone 2 or 3 in front now. Airwave is giving chase, followed further back by Melhope, and then zipping. Choisir shortening stride with 100 yards left to go. Airwave coming at him. Choisir on the rail. It's Airwave the far side, but the Aussie's going to do it again. He'll step aside, far lap. Choisir, he's won it.